Tim. How are you?
I'm great, man. Happy Friday night.
TGIF for
Yeah,
you. A 9 to 5er, Monday to Friday, or your weekend has begun.
sure has.
How was it? How was the working week?
It's busy. I mean, it's been a while since we've done one of these. I think
It's been a really long time.
yeah. Um, but I think I described it. The company I work for, I work on the IT team, and we're just 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy in between, like me and the guy above him, he retired,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just been so much ever since. Because like he was 70, he worked for the company for 30 years, and he just like he there's a lot of things that he put into like documentation, but there was just so much stuff just in his brain that like
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
every week there's one thing that we all come across and we go, well, who the hell takes care of this? And we just like look at each other. It's like the Spider-Man meme of everybody just pointing at each other and we don't know
Mm-hmm.
what the hell to do. And then we just have to kind of figure it out as we go.
Right, right.
Um,
And he was not replaced, right? Like his position was just eliminated. So
Correct.
his work just kind of got spread out,
Yep.
but not his money.
Also correct.
Yes. Funny how that works in this modern world. Yeah, fucking that's irreplaceable. And you could sit with him every day for a year, right? And he could teach you shit, but just having been there that long, it's just impossible. There's
Yeah.
just shit up there you can't get, and you just gotta learn it yourself. It's tough, but God bless him. He worked till 70. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Glad he
And like,
retired.
and he didn't look 70. So when
Mm-hmm.
retirement came along, it was kind of surprising and that's when my coworker Alistair, he was like, "Oh, he's 70." I was like, "Wait, what?" um, but yeah, he is missed. Um, on like again, trying to be glass half full though, like because we're such a small team, we get exposed to a lot. Like
Mm-hmm.
usually in IT, there's so many different tiers of what you're allowed to do, essentially, like what your
Mm-hmm.
restrictions are and what your access is. And because we're only 3 people, we have access to do fucking everything. So
Yeah.
it's a great experience. It's just
Yes.
every day is taxing. So I don't literally clock out, but in my brain at 4:30 when I'm done and my brain clocks out, I'm like, I'm drained.
Fucking fried. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I understand, and glad you're doing okay. And I bet, seeing a 70-year-old IT guy look good, I'm sure if you make it to 70 in the service industry, you look pretty beat up for the
Yeah.
most part. You're beaten to the ground. But, that's got to make you feel good. The only thing you got to worry about, and you seem to be taking steps to mediate this, is the sitting. You're doing a
Yeah.
lot of sitting, but you said you worked out after work before this. So happy to see that, pal.
Probably another thing we constantly talk about on this pod is our getting older exercise routine. And like since February, I've been religiously working out every other day. And now
Hell
that the
yeah.
weather's breaking, I'm putting some running in there. And the third part of that, triumvirate is the food. And like I only work from home Tuesdays and Fridays, but on those days I always have like salad and fruit available for me to put that in my face instead of like SpaghettiOs.
Good. That's good. Yeah. Oh, that's huge. If you could just, switch your snacking away from ultra processed foods, which are obviously delicious. We all love potato chips and the whole nine. But if you can just force yourself to shovel down some fruit or some like cashews, so you can get salted even, just like something as close to raw as possible for as long as possible during the day, I think you're doing good work. This is based off nothing. This is just what I do. Like, it's just like as close to just fruit and vegetables for as long as possible, as clean as possible. And then, if other shit comes in later, at least most of the day was good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's just like, switching from 13 Sprite Zeros a day to 13 sparkling waters. That's, huge. Ingesting all those chemicals can't be good.
It's Bill Murray in What About Bob, baby? Baby steps, steps.
Yes. But it's like we are aging. We got to start, changing the oil, routine maintenance. Fuck, I worked out 2 days ago. I got up early on my day off and went to the gym, and went early enough. I was able to do a hard workout, full body, and I did some weighted squats, and brother, I'm walking like a handicapped old man. Like up and down steps right now is like next to impossible. I'm in so much pain on my quadriceps, but it's a good pain. Feeling sore all over. It's a good thing, but you got to do what you can and get it in when you can. I've got kids, 2 of them. I had the second kid our last episode. It wasn't that long ago, right?
I didn't even look when we did our last episode. I mean, I can look now, but it has been a long time.
It's been a long time, and it just gets away from you. Time just fucking goes by in these huge chunks. You look back and you're like, every month this year, it's been like, fuck, January's over. Oh shit, February's just like boom, boom, boom.
And so it was December 28th was our last episode.
Shut up. Last year?
Yep.
Well, happy New Year, gang. It's 2026. It's a new us. Okay. Let's talk about, this is crazy, right? So Tim and I are friends. Tim has his own podcast, Pop Addled. I have my own podcast, Doom Thugs. And then we've had a long-running crossover program called Pop Addled. That's on the... No, your show's Pop Addled. Called Doom Addled on the Pop Addled podcast feed that we've been doing for something like... It's got to be upwards of 8 years, if not more. A long time, where Tim and his podcasting partner Keenan have myself and my former creative partner Harrison on, and we all watch movies and discuss them. Long running group chat situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the last time we were all together in person was probably fucking a lifetime ago. We had like one final episode in person, because pre-COVID every episode was in person. We weren't doing any of this Zoom shit or StreamYard. Everything was in person. But then that changed, and then we had one episode in person, RoboCop 3, right? Then Harrison moved to Vegas for a while, and we did everything remote. And all that being said, we don't get together that often. The last time we were all together socially was the year the Eagles won the Super Bowl, the first one.
Right. Appetites?
Was at Appetites on Main. We all met up there, and it was actually somewhat podcast related, because it was like a celebration of your guys's
It was like 200th episode or something like that. Right. But I just remember it was against the Giants, 2017. Mm-hmm. So that's like game 3 of that season.
Mm-hmm.
And they won it in dramatic fashion. But yeah, a bunch of of our
super long, like a 60 plus yard field goal.
Yep.
At the dying seconds. Yes.
Yep. But yeah. And just a bunch of our podcast friends came out for just say what's up, have a beer, have a good time,
Yeah, great.
But
all that to say, we don't get together that often. Another time we were together was Keenan's wedding. You don't realize until you're older, maybe you have children, how blessed weddings are. In nothing else, if nothing else, then a reason to dress nicely and see your friends. It's like I love weddings. I love them even more now. But Keenan's wedding, we were all together. We also met Jim. We
Brian.
met Brian. We met Katie from the Com Majors podcast.
Yep.
More connections being made. Another group chat forms. More podcasting goes on. You know what I mean? And years go by and nobody sees each other, but we all stay in contact. You know, some things are better about the past. I think a great thing about the present time is the ability to keep in touch, right? So, all of that to say, on our doom-addled run, we covered the films of John Woo. It was a great run. I hope they're somewhere online. You want to listen to them. If you want to just watch the movies of John Woo, you'll do yourself a great service. They're worth your time. Our friend Brian texts me outside of the group chats, a one-on-one text, and he sends me a link and says, "Hey, I thought you might be interested in this." And it was John Woo's The Killer in a ultra limited release 3-day run in theaters, 4K restoration. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm interested, but instant resignation to the fact that I hope everyone has a good time. I'm never going to be able to do this. But then, you know, I just start thinking like, I mean, it could happen.
Mm-hmm.
I could make this, I could make it happen. And then I started thinking, I go to so many movies alone. It'd be nice to have some company. I haven't seen Harrison in a while. And then I started thinking, and I was like, Harrison, doesn't have kids. He could probably go.
Yep.
Then I started thinking wider. I was like, oh man, what if I just sent it
to the guys,
to the doom-addled group chat and just see what happens? I know, Harrison will be down. I know Tim will be down. I know Keenan has kids, has a kid and one on the way. So the odds of this all coming together are long, okay? But hey, what the fuck ever. I send it, gauge the interest, and everyone's obviously into it. Still in the back of my mind, it's like, no way this is going to happen, but whatever. Then Keenan comes in with some very solid dates. He's like, well, this day is can't do. This day is Easter. So if it's going to be anything, it's going to be the 8th or whatever. It was like April 8th, right? Or something like this.
It was a day I was in office. So it was a Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday.
So it was like, okay, cool. Wow. Okay, I'm looking at this. My work schedule comes out. I'm off that day and the next day. Okay. Intriguing. And then, of course, clear it with the wife. Yeah. Okay. Shoot it to the text. Hey, it's playing in probably the most central theater to all of us would be KOP.
Yep.
It's playing Wednesday night, 7:15, whatever. Can we do it? Everyone says yes. What the fuck? Okay, awesome. Then my refrigerator breaks. Okay. I'm not going to get into everything that has broken recently because the show would go on for 3 hours. But let me just say the shit has been stacking to the ceiling. A lot of the stuff we're not fixing right away, but the refrigerator, you gotta fix. You know what I mean? You need the fucking fridge.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. The fridge is broken. The fridge is broken. I look up all this shit online about ways to fix it yourself. I take it apart. I do all this shit. This thing, it's the fucking compressor, without a doubt. I go on to the chat with the LG chat. It's an LG machine, right? This model has a history of breaking.
Great.
It comes with a 5-year warranty. Mine is like 5 years and 15 days. The warranty is void. Okay. So, I'm told by this kind of rude chat person, like, okay, so we got the movie tickets on the 8th. She's telling me it's on the 8th. This is the only day that it can happen. I was like, well, I got something on the 8th. Can we move it to another day? No. I was like, wait. There's not any future dates at all in the rest of history. This is it.
What are you, a doctor's office? What is happening here?
They're like, we can do it the 8th. And I'm like, the 8th? Fuck, it has to be the 8th. Then my dad sticks his head in the room. He's like, hey, don't forget, on the 8th, you have to take me to get my colonoscopy. Oh, great. Okay, cool. So then I'm like, back to the chat. I was like, literally, I have a colonoscopy that day. I can't be there. Like, what do you mean it has to be the 8th? You can't push it back a week or whatever? I'll make it work. They were like, nope, the 8th is it, or else we can't do it. And I was like, well, I don't have the energy to put up this fight, but this doesn't make any fucking sense. But okay, let's do it. Schedule it for the 8th. Then I'm just thinking, and I'm like, what on earth am I going to do? Because of course, the window is 1 to 5, the way these things are. Okay. Colonoscopy, we have to leave at 2 p.m. Or actually 3 p.m., right? Okay. I got to leave the house to be to the movie theater at 6 p.m. Okay. This is fucked in so many ways. It has the potential to be fucked in so many ways. We reach out to my absolutely lovely sister-in-law and was like, hey, Therese, can you come to the house and sit in the house while I take my dad and the kids to the doctor and drop him off and then come back and then I'll go and pick him up. But you just have to sit in the house to let the fucking LG guy come in. Okay. It can only be this day. And she was like, I'll do you one better. I'll sit in the house and you can leave the kids with me, you psycho. You don't have to fucking drag the kids to the colonoscopy place. I was like, oh, you're a saint. Thank you so much. Okay, cool. Off the checklist. Now,
knowing you probably didn't even think to put that on her.
No, not because I was like, dude, I'm so sorry you have to sit in my home, please. Yep. And she's like a normal person, so she was like, not an issue. So I was like, okay, great. So that's off the checklist. Now all we have to worry about is the length of the colonoscopy and getting from the place back, my wife getting home in time for me to leave at 6 to make it to KOP in traffic. Get to the colonoscopy place. Get my dad all set up. We're there super early. They take him right back. Oh, we're winning today. Today is a winning day. Right outside, a short walk from the colonoscopy place, brother, is a Barnes & Noble. Let me tell you the excitement that I had to just be able to go into a Barnes & Noble and just float around for a few hours at a leisurely pace, just looking at everything, taking my time. It was like heaven on earth for an hour and a half, right? Walk around the complex, go to fucking Five Guys, get a cheeseburger, get the phone call, boom. Colonoscopy's done. He'll be out in a half an hour. Perfect.
Let's go.
Boom. God damn, this is working out. Go. Pick his ass up. Get him in the car. Get home. No problems. We're talking Blue Root and shit. Easy peasy. Everything's okay. We get home. Wife gets home. Perfect timing. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you so much. On the road. No problems. Avoid the Blue Route at this time because that would be hell on earth. But make it up to KOP, go up 202. You know the whole drill. Get there 15 minutes early.
Yep.
We did it, ladies and gentlemen. Walk in the building and I see my friend Tim and I see my friend Harrison in person for the first time in years.
And you remembered to wear the t-shirt.
I wore I had that shirt on all day. I was telling people about it. Nobody cared. The only person that even asked me what it was the cashier at Barnes and Noble. And I told them, and they were like, I hope you have a great day. And I was like, I already am.
You're telling like the fry person at Five Guys.
I was like, you ever heard of this movie? And I was like, no. Everyone's like, no. I was like, oh, well, I'm going to see it. And everyone's like, have fun. So
cool story, bro.
Truly though, truly. So and then right after me, Keenan walks in, and it's right like, after. Holy shit! Everyone's here. We made it. And first of all, I forgot that you guys are all fucking giants, and when I'm around you guys, I feel like a little kid. Like you guys all tower over me. It was crazy. But that's fine. I mean, I'm younger than all of you, so I should feel
got that on us.
But you know, it's fucking great. It's a great time at the movies. Tim, you were kind enough to buy all our tickets. We got like, you know, the dead center.
Yep.
And it was truly a great experience. I mean, we've all seen the movie. We all love the movie, but just seeing it on the big screen, it looked great. It was just everyone in the theater was well behaved. I was a little nervous. There was a lot. I guess people just straight up talk during the previews now at full volume. It's not something. So I was like a little nervous because there was a ton of chatter, tons of phones out during the previews. But once the movie stopped, everybody's phones went off, and it was perfect behavior the entire time. At one point, well, and I wanted to talk to you about this. We did discuss it a little bit on text. But
so hang on, I got so much to say though. You didn't say any of this going into the movie. Like you texted us, or you texted the group. You were like, "Hey, is there any chance I can just get my ticket?
Oh yeah,
like transferred to me individually?" I was like, I'm looking in. So I did it on the Regal app, and I really didn't see a way of doing just the one ticket.
Yeah.
I was like, I just don't think that's an option. You're like, okay, and that's all you said.
Yeah.
Didn't give any context as to what the fuck was going on in your life, as to why you would need just your ticket.
Yeah, because my big fear would be that I'd be late. I'd be stuck in traffic. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to like have to have you come out and get. You know what I mean? So.
Also, I like the way you described how we arrived, because Harrison and we were only there a minute or two before you arrived, and then Keenan was like a minute later. So it just goes to show when you get older, you're just on time for shit.
I love being on time. I love being early.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
It's
like lastly, for me going into it, it was more about like, look, I love the John Woo Hong Kong movies. But this was more of an excuse to just see you guys, hang out with you guys. And I was very psyched for the beer afterwards to just like bullshit with you guys. Movie was kind of an afterthought for me. But then, like within, I don't know, 20 minutes of this movie starting, I'm like, man, this movie fucking rules. This movie's so good. And just like so quickly when the movie comes up on the big screen, it's just astonishingly gorgeous. It's just,
dude.
This copy of it is so good looking. But anyway, continue with the theater experience. I just had to like interject with those things.
And I wanted to tell you guys, like my plan, we'll get to that afterwards. But anyway, so during the movie, a group of, what was it, like 4 or 5 boys, like, I don't know, 20s maybe? I don't know. Everyone looks like a baby now.
They look like, like maybe 19-ish. Yeah. They had that broccoli hair, you know.
You all look dumb, but anyway, maybe I'm just jealous because I can't do anything with my hair, but because it's leaving me. But they all come in and like sit at the end of our row, and I was like,
they're like a couple chairs down from me. Yeah. Go ahead.
So I was like in my head, like, are these guys late? Did they sneak in? Are they just here to check out another movie? Or are they here to cause trouble? Luckily, I think they saw that the movie was in Chinese language with subtitles, and they quickly got up and left. They
Yep.
stuck around for a couple minutes and then left. I was like, oh, just some boys, you know, they probably saw, I don't even know what the fuck is out right now, but they probably saw
The
something.
Mario movie.
Yeah, and then it was over, and they were like, "Let's go in here." Just boys being boys, but they weren't there. I think they were genuinely trying to see a movie, not just fuck around, which was cool. And then yeah, so we watched the movie. It's fucking great.
So
Not a
good.
single moviegoer commented on my shirt, which was fine.
Right? And especially like going to that movie, you're in the people in that theater are there because they're in on
Yeah.
Hong Kong John Woo. People don't stumble into that, especially this short 3-day window run of
3 days, one showtime a day.
Right.
Like so you were there on purpose. But who knows?
For that reason too, I think that's why, like, back to the phones and talking through trailers and shit.
Mhm.
That's something I've just learned to let go by. But I
Mhm.
agree. I'm like, oh no, is this a precedent? Is this saying that they're gonna do this shit throughout the movie?
Yeah.
But then again, it's like this crowd for this movie.
Yeah.
No, absolutely
Right,
not.
no.
They're in.
Perfect behavior.
Yep.
Everybody was perfect.
I don't think I saw a single phone out at any point. Like, and that's
I did.
super
You
rare.
know
Oh,
who
you
it
did.
was? Keenan.
Yours.
But he did it very sly, and I know his wife is super pregnant, and he's so whatever. And he wasn't like on Instagram. I could tell he was just like, and I get that anxious feeling too whenever I'm in a movie. Like, I just gotta look. I just gotta be sure, you know,
Mhm.
just a quick look, whatever. But yeah, so it was great. Movie was great. And then where did we go afterwards?
Tommy's?
Tommy's.
Bahama Breeze is 86.
Yes, for anyone that did not know, which was me, up until recently, all Bahama Breezes are closed. It's a closed restaurant, which to me sucks. I mean, I didn't go there that often, but I always enjoyed myself at Bahama Breeze.
The only reason I knew it existed was because of that King of Prussia theater. That was my
Yeah.
go-to stop afterwards.
Mhm.
So yeah, like this was the first time in whenever the last IMAX movie I saw.
Mhm.
So months, and
Yeah.
we're looking up places to go, and
Yeah.
I think, or maybe it's just Harrison said, "Nah, man, Bahama Breeze is closed."
Yeah. But he has the KOP intel. He's a KOP
True.
guy. He knows what's going on. But so we went to Tommy's, which was like a minute. Like it was like
Yep.
a parking lot's touched or whatever. But it's the suburbs, so you had to drive there, whatever. And I was fully planning to tell you guys this whole story there, but brother, let me tell you, I like at that point of the night, I was full ride. Like
Yeah.
I was super happy to be there. I loved hanging out, but it was just like I cannot add
Begin this
value to this
story.
conversation. It's like I am like the thoughts are coming to my head so slowly. By the time I think of anything to say, the conversation has moved on. But I'm just happy to be here, just hanging out in this huge warehouse style bar restaurant, which you were telling me that's like what restaurants are now.
Yeah,
And
it's kind of what they all
on the
look like.
Bahama Breeze tip, like it sucks that that place closed because it was one of the last few places that had a unique like outer architecture.
Yep.
And it's probably going to be the last one because restaurants don't want to do that anymore because when they close, it costs too much to flip it to something else. So that's why every fucking thing you see, every McDonald's and Wendy's is just a fucking gray box. So if they go out of business, the fucking rich fucks that own them won't have to spend an extra dime to make it look any different. They'll just change the sign on top.
Just cookie cutters.
Yes, everything looks the same and it sucks. And Bahama Breeze looked insane, like Pee-wee's fucking Playhouse or something. And now it's just a empty, weird looking building. And it's like, it's probably going to be difficult to get someone else to lease it because of all the exterior work they're going to have to do. But God damn it, let there be whimsy in the world for once. Jesus Christ, not everything's about money. Anyway, we were in Tommy's. Tommy's very lightly themed. Like they had black and white pictures of Italian people, right?
Right. Yeah.
But that's about it. The rest is just standard restaurant store fare. Would you agree?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just as many TVs as you can have, because like that's part of the style, is like you want to be sports friendly.
Yes.
Have like maybe a little bit of a higher menu than like your typical sports bar, and
Yeah.
by like nothing fancy, but just like a little step
Elevate.
above.
Yeah.
And like, you know, a decent amount of taps, because like
Mhm.
everybody wants their craft beer.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's just a dime a dozen to me. Like like I could probably like name everything that was on their menu before walking in. Like,
yeah.
But still, whatever. We were there just to have a beverage and bullshit.
Perfect spot for that. You know, like you said, it's just a big nice bar.
Yep.
Like no. I like thought of like, are there we're gonna be able to get a seat? Yeah, there's 100 tabletop spots at the bar, and it's a Wednesday night, and it was perfect. It was perfect for that, to hang out and bullshit, and it was great. Couldn't ask for a more perfect night, and I couldn't ask for things to align any better. Like the dominoes fell the way they had to fall, and
the way that life
right
normally does not allow to happen.
Correct.
There were so many points of contention there that could have gone horribly wrong, and they didn't.
Yeah, which is like, you'll take that when you can get it, and you're
Totally.
very thankful for it, because
and the Barnes and Noble in the middle of that. Whoa,
dude. When I tell you, I was like, I'm gonna have some time to kill. I don't know what's around this place, but to be able to park the car at the doctor, not have to drive anywhere, just walk right there.
it's Barnes and Noble.
Oh my God, it was perfecto. It was so good. But anyway, what a win, and I'm glad you could be there for that, Tim. It was a lot of fun, and
It's funny
like
that
I said,
a decent amount of the podcasts I'm listening to, when they like talk about mental health, they're talking about how important it is to see people in person. And yes, pandemic like threw a monkey wrench into that for all of us, and we kind of just adapted, and we got used to just doing things remotely, like you were talking about how we used to get together for the podcast. And I do miss that. But I mean, even without the pandemic, we probably would have just naturally started doing this remotely, because everybody got older, people had kids. It's just way too difficult to do everything in person.
Yeah.
But
and the technology is there now. This tech was not the way it is back then. It was
for sure.
It was a huge pain in the ass.
But just like I do wonder if I'm sure this helps with like my mental sanity, to like talk to you, to do the podcast with Keenan. Even just texting you guys in those group chats is great. I love it. But it is a totally different animal when you see people in person. And like all of the mental health studies are screaming this from the mountaintops, to like interact with people, and especially interacting with strangers. Like whatever it's doing to stimulate your brain, it's so helpful. Like even just like there's ties to life longevity.
Yes. Oh, 100%. Like I listen to a lot of watch the same video stuff like in the same subject of
same vein,
but it's like eye contact and touch are two huge keys to happiness. That's why it's so good to, like you said, see your friends in person, give them a big hug, talk to them face to face. Or and I'm not saying you should go around touching strangers, but like fucking talking to people at stores and stuff, and just being friendly, and just like being a person. I feel like so much of today's world, and we talked about it a little bit at the bar, is just so many problems stem from the complete like collapse of community across the board. It's like,
yep.
and it's like it feels so nasty, and it seems so easy for these companies to make money off us when we're sad and alone and in our house.
The isolation, man.
The isolation, and it's like, I hate every new piece of anything that separates us further as people, you know.
Yep.
That's why I'm like, that's why I like hate streaming so much now, and hate the death of the movie theater, and hate the death of retail stores. It's like, beyond like selfishly, like these are my hobbies and things I enjoy.
Sure.
Right. And it's like, and the death of restaurants, and I love going to restaurants, but it's like, any place where people can get together and be together is important. And it's like, everything is moving in a direction to pull people further apart. And it's like, we're out of the pandemic, but it was learned during the pandemic that when people are home alone and they're just looking at what they perceive as other people having fun on the internet, and they're just looking at Instagram to see their friends, and we make it so fucking easy to buy shit on your phone. It's like, we can make so much money from these pigs if they sit in their house and are depressed on their fucking phone, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck you. It just pisses me off so bad. It's like, and I, go off a lot about annoyances I have with people's behavior and stuff, but I still want people around, and I still want to be around people. It's just like, it was not a sold out theater by any means, and I don't think it would have been. And
it was decently filled, though. I was surprised.
But yeah, there was a lot of people in there, and there was palpable joy in the room. There was laughter. There was like, people were happy to be out, and it's like, it's just, and I was happy to be out with my friends around other people with their friends. And it's like, those are feelings that you take home and you lay in bed and you have a smile on your face. And it's not like, I went to work, I came home, I'm going to lay down and look at my phone and buy shit. Yes, exactly. It's like, that is like, and like you said, every study points us in that direction. Yep. Every bit of data points us in that direction. But the one piece of data that runs the current world, at least the world we live in, the United States, the Western world, is, well, we want to make money.
Yeah, perpetuating that algorithm to do just ingrain further what's already been deemed very bad.
Yes. And it's all for a very small portion of people to make a load of money. Yes. To the obvious, it's like, you fuckers you guys are just nicotine CEOs at this point, or like big tobacco.
Yep.
Like, what you're doing is bad and literally harming people, but the flow of cash is just too much to give up. And it's not like you give any of it back. You don't even pay taxes. Like, you fuckers, we pay your taxes, you rich fucking cunts.
But yeah, like, just the way Keenan reacted to hanging out is like such a good example of, like I said to you guys after the fact, like that following week in text, I was like, hey, I totally forgot about this part in the movie. And remember when this happened? Can you explain that to me? And like, oh my God, remember this? And I was like, hey, these are all the things I wanted to talk about. But Keenan turned our hangout at the bar into a therapy session, which I get. Because like, he's home with his kid.
Yeah.
There's not too many people to talk to all the time. And
you can't do that shit over text.
No, that was the other thing that I was thinking about. Is like how there's so many times, not just with you guys, just texting anybody, where I'm like, about to fire off like a pretty complicated thought and text. And I'm like, you know what? This doesn't translate. I need to tell this person in person.
Yes.
And I'll even text them that and be like, hey, Julia, I have this really funny story that happened to me at work. It's just too long to text. Just remind me to tell you next time I see you.
Yeah, or like trying to get across like any sort of complex emotional tone. It's like,
yeah,
you need to see my face and you need to hear the tone of my voice because it's coming out perfectly in text in my head, but you're going to read it totally different. So it's like, it's again, it's important to see each other.
Yes.
But
yeah, and like it also, I don't know, like I've been, TikTok was the last social media that I was on, and I shut it down I think in February, and I'm completely off socials now. I think I've said a few times how of all the socials, TikTok is the one that I do occasionally miss. The rest of them I put down and never looked back. I was like, good fucking riddance. But anyway, I'm not on socials anymore. But one of the things that I realized I didn't like that it was doing to me was like, even though there is a decent amount of information being fed to you, it also is an echo chamber that just like gaslights you and just like amplifies something to make you just fucking livid about something when it's not that intense. It's not that serious, whatever it may be, even if it's just like something dumb like sports, like, and I just don't like that amplification it does to us where like what you're saying in a text where I might misinterpret what you text. And then I'm like going off the handle about like, what did he mean by that? Blah, blah, blah. And then we see each other in person and we like laugh about it and realize we love each other and we're friends, like,
exactly. Yeah, totally. It gets you pissed off because it keeps you on. And it's like, you're pissed off at nothing. Like, and it's like, you're pissed off at people you don't know, strangers. And it's like, you're just angry and it's useless anger. You know what I mean? It's like not directed toward anything and it's wasted on this meaningless crap when there is, obviously, we're not fools here. There's plenty in the news that makes you very angry, as it should, if you're if you're a decent person. But what does that serve if you're just sitting doom scrolling and just feeling the tightness in your chest of fury? And it's like, how am I going to express this? I'm going to make a nasty comment that's going to just be on a pile of other ones. And it's like,
did that make you feel better?
Right. It's like, no, I'm still just as angry and I didn't get the response I wanted. So now I'm angry about that too. It's like, yeah. It's all nasty poison. That being said, I did reactivate my Instagram.
Maybe not the best time to admit this,
but I'm not on there all the time the way I used to be, and it's the shit I see is very curated. I'm very vigilant about if I see something that I know is just there to rile me up, not interested. So when I do have to, like, I try to stay away from the reels, which, if you don't know, is basically the TikTok part of,
right.
And if I do stumble into reels or whatever, because that's what they want, that's what keeps people sucked in, is short form video. It's all like either like parenting shit or like books shit or children's book shit. So it's all positive stuff. And I just, I went away from it, but there's a bunch of shit I did not miss about it, but there is a certain aspect of closeness to, friends and family that I'm not texting all the time that I did miss. And it's like,
there's no other way to do it.
That's where everyone is. And it's unrealistic of me to be like, hey, cousin, when you are posting pictures of your kids that I want to see, could you
just
make a mental note
to me?
Yeah, to do a side text to just me so I can see it. Just, I'm not being annoying. I'm just, I'm doing what's best for me. Okay? And everyone should do it. And then, of course, I never text them pictures of my kids, but it's
Right.
so yeah, so that's good, and I do like the connection it brings in some ways. But yes, it's like smoking when you drink. It's like
Mm.
how easily could this slip into smoking all the time? You just gotta really monitor it, or like smoking crack for fun versus having to do it. Just kidding, I don't smoke crack anymore. Oh shit. But
And
yeah.
not to act like I'm all high and mighty, like I don't go on YouTube a ton, but
Mhm.
like if I do actually have some downtime at work, I might throw on a YouTube video and watch something there. I am on Discord a decent amount, specifically for that PHLY, you know, Philly sports
Sports, yeah.
pod group
Mhm,
that I'm in there, and I don't even
mhm.
really partake. I just like look at what people are saying. So like that's how I knew what the hell was going on with Diana Rossini. I would have never known about that story.
I still don't really. Yeah, like, this came up in our group text last night, and I was like, "Fellas, I'd like to think I'm plugged in to a certain extent, but this is literally the first I'm hearing about it, and apparently it's been an ongoing story."
It's more like I was just trying to say to Brian, like I don't know, like it feels like people are blowing it up for no reason. It's like, all right, a reporter had an affair with a
Oh, the
coach.
yeah, yeah. So and also Brian is from the Boston
True.
sports market, so he's probably getting blasted with this all the time because what is it? The head coach of the Patriots had an affair with a reporter, right? Is that
I'm pretty sure she's a national reporter.
okay?
And yeah, like TMZ took a couple pictures of them at some like resort, and it was like
Uh-oh.
kind of obvious that this is not a normal just we're friends.
We're coworker it's the classic coach reporter friendship that goes on vacation together secretly.
Right. And like, I don't know, just one part of me just feels bad because they're both married, they both have kids, and
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Like they're bringing it on themselves. I understand that. I'm an
Mhm.
adult, but still, like, I don't know. I just don't want to see a fucking couple families ruined over this. But
Gleefully, the glee is what's the
yes.
problem.
Yes.
That's the sickening part. It's like, look at these people fucking and it's like, okay.
And then there's the like I was suggesting there's like the misogynist wing of it where they're
Mhm.
like, see, women shouldn't be reporters because they can't keep their legs closed. It's like, oh, we're still doing this. Great.
Exactly. That shit's the most frustrating. It's like, see, this is how yeah, no wonder she got her job. And it's like, so
Right.
and
Right.
then it's like that's how any female reporter gets ahead. It's like this shit just doesn't die. It's like
I'm
always under the surface, and these fuckers are so thinly veiled they'll wait for any opportunity to
Yep.
show their true colors. And it's like it's gross.
It's totally gross. And like I'm a little surprised you haven't heard it in the Philly area because like AJ Brown's most likely getting traded to the Patriots, like she's
Mhm.
been reporting on that. So now there's the angle of like, well, because she's banging the coach, this is like
Is he gonna get
somehow
right?
influencing her reporting, which I don't
Mm.
see that at all. Like, is it not good integrity? Like, yeah, but they're like two different things. I don't know. It's just like a whole lot of people yelling and screaming about it that I just don't really care. I just don't. It just does not affect me.
Totally, totally. And it's like, I'll be glad to not hear about it again, which I haven't. But it's probably one of those things now that I've heard about it, I'm going to hear about it all the time. But
Because
it doesn't
because
seem
then
like this is a part of I mean, ESPN PN is on in the break room a lot, and this is doesn't seem like it's being talked about there, which is a
because
positive.
I think there's still an investigation going on. Like she initially denied it. You know, Brian said that last night, and that kind of pissed him off. And I'm like, I didn't say this in text, but I was like, I feel like anybody in that position would initially deny it. They just would,
Yeah. Yes, yes, I feel like that's natural.
right? And then
Yeah.
like the pictures come out, and then like the story kind of like evolves, and that's when she resigned. I think she was working for the Athletic, so she resigned. And now there's like an investigation going on, which like I don't even know what that means, because it's not a crime to have an affair.
Right. And if she doesn't work there anymore, you can't fire her for if there's something, I'm sure there's shit in their contract about workplace relationships.
And I'm sure there's more details for someone to explain to me why it matters, but that's where you lose me. And I just don't care about those details. I'm like, all right. I mean, she fucks somebody that's not her husband. That sucks.
He's an asshole.
Oh, right. And the way I even worded that, I kind of hate myself, because it's like I feel like everyone's focusing on her.
Right. And it's just like, oh yeah, because that's just the way it goes. Like, he basically gets a pass because it's like, well, he's obviously just a guy.
Men's gonna men's.
What is he gonna do? You know what I mean? It's
Not stick his dick in
her fault, okay? While he likely pursued her initially, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, it's just very, the way these things are handled is very like, I'm all about, getting the tea and all this, but it's like, when it's on this national scale, it's just, and it's more about the way this shit is reported and handled and talked about. That's just all gross. Like, just TMZ shit in general is just fucking disgusting. It's a blight on humanity.
Yeah. And I sorry to go down this rabbit hole. It was just like tip of brain for like an example of things that I think just get blown out of proportion, because that's like the social media in us, like perpetuating that. And I hate it.
Yeah, it's bad. Outrage culture.
Yeah.
But hey, I didn't realize, probably because I was trying to protect myself and not get too down about it. But, and this is not me, I'm prone to hyperbole, as you know, Tim. I say outlandish things probably just for attention. But in American sport, which, let's face it, is the big four. Soccer, for all the years it's tried, has not had the foothold.
Yeah, like I think Messi's even playing for an MLS team. I think he's playing for Miami, and I didn't know it until just like a couple days ago.
Right.
It just happened to be on at like a bar, and I was like, "Oh, Messi's in the league."
Okay,
cool.
Right. And it's like, World Cup kind of gets a little excitement, but not really, But anyway, in American sport, I think there's nothing better than playoff hockey. I think it is the absolute best television, best atmosphere, and best product that you could watch. And God damn it, I missed it so damn much. We were lost in the woods for so long, and I am so happy it's back, and it's back in a real way, not in this going back to 8 years ago when they were last there or whatever. This aging, uninspiring, bad team limping in and getting kicked right out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I think that was Penguins 8 years ago.
I don't even remember. They don't even show bubble footage on the TV, so I don't know. But yeah.
So right. So like that was actually the last time they were in.
Yeah.
And that was only 6 years ago because it was pandemic.
6. Yeah, 6 years.
But like a lot of people don't even count that because they're like, was it a real season?
Right. But just like it's been so unbelievably fun and it's like edge of your seat, locked in the entire game, and it's just the absolute best product to watch this team that you've watched all year. And it's like, regular season is one thing, it's a fucking long thing, and it's like it's a endurance game. but the playoffs are a whole different thing. And it was like from game one, it was like, holy shit, this team that got here on the second to last day of the season is fucking here for it. And it's like there's just hits all the time, just huge smashing hits, and like it's every play is like oh, and to see our Philadelphia Flyers are up 3-0 to take 2 games on the road, and then that building, God, it must have been just absolutely electric, because on TV it was just so fun. Just the roar of the crowd. It was just like, man, this is the good shit. There's nothing like it in American sport. Like the Super Bowl is on neutral turf, right? You know what I mean? And it's like one game, and it's like, I don't know. There's just something about it that is just like, man, if you're lucky enough to be invested emotionally in a hockey team and they make the playoffs, you're a lucky person.
Well, for so many years that you're describing that the Flyers have been dog shit, most times they're not making the playoffs. And even if they are, they're not a lot of people thought they'd do anything, and they're getting bounced out in the first round. So like coming into this year, I kind of had that same attitude, because I was like, well, this team's maybe ahead of the curve. They're like out over their skis a little bit, and I had that like past press, examples in my brain of like, well, they're not going to do anything. And then you're right. Like from game one, I was so dialed in, just the intensity, the hits like you're describing, and just the level of competency out there. It was like, oh, they are cooking with gas here. They have something here, and they just carried that in the game 2, and then obviously in game 3 they kind of just they looked not good in like the first 10 minutes of the first, and then they just blew the doors off of them. They just kicked the shit out of them, and like this is no slouch. I mean, but then again, we maybe should have guessed this would be not a 3-0 bludgeoning that it's become, but definitely more competitive than I think people were predicting, and like kind of writing off the Flyers, because they did end up the season with the same amount of points. So they're kind of like, it's almost like the 7 and 8 seed going at it rather than the like seeds that they ended up being.
Totally. And it was like, so it's a very young team, the Flyers, in year whatever of a rebuild, right? And it's like halfway, and it's like, they at times this season looked very bad. They had a terrible stretch in January.
January was so brutal that I couldn't get that out of my mind. That's how bad it was.
But it's like, what seems to have happened is like, it was like, Rick Tocchet is a first-year coach, spent a season installing a system and getting a team to play in the system. A team that doesn't get that much practice time. It's a very compressed season because the Olympics were this year.
Right.
And it's like, now at the right time, at the end of the season, it seems like it's the system is just how they play now, and they don't have to think about the system anymore. They're just playing the way the coach wants them to play, and it's succeeding. And it was like that run to get into the playoffs was awesome. Like they're like, with not that many games left, they had a single-digit percentage chance to make the playoffs, but it didn't matter. They kept winning. They went into California, West Coast trip, and swept it. And it was like they won so many games. Second to last game of the season, huge game. They fucking win in a fucking shootout, like incredible fashion. And it was like, like part of me was going in thinking like, just get into the playoffs, give the young guys some experience in the playoffs. If you get knocked out quick, at least we made it. I'm tired of missing the playoffs. But the way they ended the season was like, fuck, why the fuck not? It's like,
why not us?
You get hot at the right time. That's probably the most important thing in NHL hockey, is a team that's playing the right way at the right time. So it's like, fuck it, get in there, do some damage. And like, maybe this Pens team is just cooked. Maybe they're
Well, I'll tell you who's cooked. Chris Letang. That dude's done. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see how he can play another season. He's just
Yeah.
getting embarrassed out there.
Yes.
Crosby, I think, is playing hurt. And
Something. He's not right.
Like whatever happened to him in the Olympics, I think that's still a thing.
Yeah. He's an old man. He's like our age. He shouldn't be out there.
Right.
Whatever injuries he has are lingering.
And then Malkin's actually been pretty good, but then like the rest of their guys that like have kind of carried them, because Malkin and Crosby had injuries throughout the season too, so their other players had to step up. And that was there's one guy, I think Kindle, and he's like their third line center. He had a good season. And then they had this winger Chinkanov. He's like some Russian. He's been not good, and he's getting bulldozed by fucking Couturier out there. And Anthony Mantha, he's been dreadful, and he was like really good for them in the season, not showing up. So like, it's just like a perfect storm of bullshit for them. Another thing that I kind of discounted was the Flyers getting Porter Martone and Tyson Forrester, because like Porter Martone, I'm like, look, I kept hearing podcasts that he's doing great in college and he looks the part. I'm like, he's still 19. Like he's playing in college. Like it's still just a different animal at the NHL level. And like he played 9 games at the end of the regular season, looked great, looked the part, and it still has not tapered off in the playoffs. Like he still looks great. And then Tyson Forrester, I just thought he was done for the season with whatever
I did not think he would come back. I thought he tore his shoulder and had to get season-ending surgery, and it was over.
And then, like, seeing him, I'm like, man, I did miss this player. Because, like, ceiling, he's Mark Stone, where he's got this great offensive ability on the wing, but he's also so good defensively. And, like, dude, I think he did that in game 1. He stripped fucking Letang and, like, had a scoring chance off of it. Oh, man, there's so many guys that are just, like,
I love the guys. I love the guy. That's one of the beautiful things about playoff runs. It's like, even if you don't watch the regular season, and I'm a regular watcher of the Flyers, so you know, you develop that parasocial relationship over the season. But even if you just jump in for the playoffs, it's like, I love these guys, man. It's like everyone, even who's the fourth line?
Garnet Hathaway.
God, I'm so happy for Glenn Denning. Even Glenn Denning, who was like,
he's a journeyman.
After the trade deadline, they were just like, they picked him up. It wasn't even a trade; they just signed him. Yeah. He's a huge fucking part of the team, and it's like, let's fucking go, man. It's so great. Garnet Hathaway he's a fucking vet. He's played a lot of hard minutes. He hits a ton. You know, he's given a lot of his body to the league. Went through a stretch where he could not buy a point, and like, you know, after a certain amount, that shit just it will weigh on anybody. But just like to have 0 points, no goals, no assists deep into the season,
just
is tough.
Skating around out there,
very difficult.
Breathing oxygen.
And this motherfucker is like, it's a new, like, the playoffs are a different thing. It's like, now I couldn't imagine him not being on the team. He's so valuable in terms of penalty kill. Like, that fourth line is out there seemingly so often, and they're always doing something well. It's like trading Brink, right? Bringing in Bump.
And Barkey, really. They've been kind of trading off. Yeah.
The young guys coming in improved the team greatly. Like, and it's just like,
and I liked Bobby Brink. He's a nice
God bless
player.
him. Yes.
I think he's reached his pinnacle, and it was time to move on. And I'm sure he's doing great for Minnesota.
Yeah, good. I hope he has a great career. Nothing against him, but it's just like, this is so much better. Like the youth injection and just like the excitement. It's like, it's the best. I can't wait for tomorrow night. It's going to be a ton of fun. But I'm just glad it's back. All that to say, I was lying to myself all those years about how badly I missed it, just because I wanted to shield myself from the pain. But we're back, baby.
That's definitely some copium, you know. That's something you tell yourself to avoid.
Like, oh, next year we're fine. It's, you know, it's a rebuild. We'll be okay. But because my entire childhood, it's like deep playoff runs every year.
Yeah.
Every year they're a great team. And then, you know, this really terrible stretch here is like, fuck. There was a, you know, period in there where it's like, because, you know, Ed Schneider passed away. He was the driving force of the franchise. So you start to have thoughts like, oh no, are we just a trash franchise now? Are we Buffalo? Are we like,
are we
a
Arizona?
joke? Yeah. Are we just bad now for eternity? Now that, because the one thing about Ed Schneider, like sometimes his, you know, he would be too forceful in his trying to win and, you know, force the team into mistakes like
Brizgalov.
Exactly. But he was always like, I want to win and that's it. Like we're going to win by any means necessary. So it's like with him gone, is it just like, why the fuck is Chuck Fletcher still here? You know what I mean? He would not have been around that long with Ed Schneider alive, you know? He wouldn't have put up with any of this shit. But anyway.
Well, Chuck Fletcher, one of the few things he got right was he traded Claude Giroux, which it was time, but the return he got for him was like a couple draft picks and Owen Tippett.
OT, who needed a fresh start.
Dude, like I was not being hyperbolic when you mentioned the goal he had in that one game. And I was like, that's seriously one of the most incredible plays I've seen a Flyer do in probably like a decade. Like that was bonkers. He just like, he passed the puck like to himself around players and then dog walk them to set up your boy or our boy, Garnet Hathaway, who had scored
tap in shorthanded goal.
Shorthanded, forgot about that part of it.
It was a shorty.
Again, it was one of those guys. He's walking around was fucking Chris Letang. So happy retirement, bro. Enjoy the golf course.
Yeah. Fucking, that's big boy shit.
Dude.
That is
big boy pants.
You know, not shying away from the spotlight. That is, you know, these guys are here to play. And we love them, and we, you know, fuck it. And let's say this series is not over. There's a lot of proud players on the Penguins, you know what I mean? So it's like, finish it Saturday. Do not let them stick around, you know? Finish them. And
me like 10 years ago, I would have like interrupted you early in this conversation to bitch about Sidney Crosby. I'm not even going to do that. Like the guy is always taking dives and benefited from the fact that he is still one of the best players in the league and the refs favor him. And that's not just him. That's like all-star players get favoritism. It's just a fact of life.
It always has been in sports. It always will be.
Yeah.
But as a Penguins fan, right, you can't feel good about what he did in the last game. That flop on the barely being that accidental graze with the stick on the way by, like even like the most hardcore Penguins fans gotta be like, come on, man.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Ugh, bad look. But you know, he was fun to hate. If this is his last year, and I mean, at the end of the day, he's won cups. And
he's won 3.
So it's like
he's
all
won
that
gold medals.
Yes. Like, so all that, you know, Crosby's a bitch, whatever. He still is one of the best players of all time.
He kind of wins the end of the day, guys.
100%. But we could take solace in the fact that we've really bothered him these 3 games.
Sure have.
It does not look like he's having fun.
He fucking hates Travis Sanheim, that's for sure.
Oh my God. And they were teammates in the Olympics too.
They sure were.
Yeah. He's a punk. Fuck him. Crosby's a bitch. Okay. But anyway, Tim, this was a fucking joy. Let's not let it go another 7 months. What do you say?
Yeah, we got to be more responsible about it. My bad. Our collective bad will be better.
It's just tough. It's just tough, but we'll see you next month. This was a lot of fun, Tim. Listeners, thanks for tuning in. All our shows are still going. It's just, you know, there's no set schedule. So when you see us, just think of it as a nice little cherry on top of your day, right?
Yeah. Search Pop Addled everywhere. You'll find us, me and Keenan. We're mostly just hanging out with Mike and Harrison talking about Michael Crichton movies these days. We used to do top fives. We used to do topicals. We don't really do those anymore.
Yeah. And it's Keenan, like I said, Keenan's about to have another kid, so even less. But what can you do? There will be a time when Keenan and I will be more available. But, we'll be sad then. But anyway, yeah, go Flyers.
Yeah, maybe next episode you'll be hearing how they beat the Carolina Hurricanes.
How we just got back from the Stanley Cup parade. Anyway, yeah, so bye.
Later.
End stream.